Hey everyone, Shane here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the C.E. Smith Bunk-Style Guide-Ons. Now, why would you need guide-ons? If you have a boat of any size really, especially one this size, which I have personal experience with, and you're trying to put it on the trailer, whether you're on the river or you get a large crosswind, until you get the front of the boat on the trailer where the back will not move, crosswind or the river is actually going to move the back of the boat, so it's hard to get it straight on the trailer. That's where the guide-ons come into play. Once you get the nose of the boat up to the guide-ons, it's not going to allow the back of the boat to swing out, so it's going to make it much easier to center the boat on the trailer. This is a very simple bolt-on installation. There is no drilling required. Our bunk, our board, is going to come with the carpet pre-installed, so that's an extra step we're not going to have to take with like some of the other ones where we'd actually have to put this on. And it's going to come with all the hardware necessary to get both sides installed. And when we compare these to some of the other styles out there, like the roller style, roller styles are great. A lot of people prefer those. The only thing that I can see with the roller style, again, this is personal experience. If you have a roller back here, the roller runs up and down, so it's going to run along the edge. You're talking about a roller that's about this thick. So it doesn't have this wide of a space touching the side of the boat. Again, it runs up and down. So again, you have about this much touching the boat. When you go to put the boat on, if you have a side wind or a crosswind or again on the river and you're coming in at an angle, a roller is great because you can still guide the boat on. However, if the boat swings out, that roller does not stop, so it still allows that boat to swing rather than hold it center. So in my opinion, I prefer the bunk style over the roller style. This guide-on is designed for trailer frames 3 inches wide by 4 1/4 inches tall. Now, if you have a 3-inch wide by 5 1/4 inch tall frame, there are U-bolts and they are sold separately. You can find those here at eTrailer. The bunk or the board is going to be 2 inches wide, 4 inches tall, and 24 inches long. The post itself is going to be 21 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide and provides a 75-degree angle. Now that we've gone over some of the features, let's show you how to get it installed. Starter installation. We want to pull in with the 2 holes. You're going to have a bracket, or actually 2 brackets for each pole. We want the flat side facing the angle. We can use the upper hole or lower hole, it really doesn't matter. We're going to use the bolt, hex bolt, flat washer, run it through. We're going to take our other plate on the other side, another flat washer, and then nylon lock nut. We're going to loosely tighten these down because we want to be able to adjust the angle of our board with the angle of the boat. Use a 9/16 socket and wrench. Now we're going to take our bunk board, we're going to center it on the brackets, or center the brackets on the board. You're going to have 4 large Phillips head wood screws to mount your plates to the board. Once you're done with that, you can repeat the same process for the other side. We're going to come to our frame bracket. We can go below or we can go above. Going above, raise it up a little bit. Going below, we'll bring it down. We're going to set this on like this. You're going to have U-bolts. One's going to be flat, one's going to have an angle. You can put these in 2 ways. You can put them in like this, or with that angle on there, you can actually crisscross them, which is what I'm going to do. We're going to start with this one. We'll go under the frame rail. Go in just like that. We're going to put a flat washer on each side and a nylon lock nut. Then we're going to take this one, I'm going to do it the opposite way. And then we're going to do the same thing. Flat washer, nylon lock nut. Before we tighten this down, we're going to take our bunk and we're going to slide it in just like this. Now, ideally, we want this as far back as we can get it. It looks like I can go just about all the way to the back of the boat. I'm going to go there. I'm going to tighten my bolts down just enough where I can still get my bar in. And then once I get it in, I can tighten it down all the way. We use the same socket, 9/16, to tighten our hardware. Once we're able to slide this in, we want to get about 2 inches away from the boat. We don't want it right up against it. Once we get it positioned correctly, we can come back and tighten our hardware. You want to make sure that you're tightening them, do 5 or 6 turns on one side and then 5 or 6 turns on the other. Because they are U-bolts, you want to make sure they're tightening up evenly. Once you get your hardware tightened for your frame bracket, you come back up here. You can angle your bumper or your guide to your boat, and then we'll tighten up the bolt running through here. Once you get one side done, you're going to repeat the process on the other. It's going to do it for a look at and installation on the C.E. Smith Bunk-Style Guide-Ons.